Okie dokie. I want to show you guys a new process for what I would like to do when we are building web pages on the site. So we have existing pages that we need to update from time to time. And if it's a minor change, like you got to go in and change one text or embed something different or whatever, that's fine. You can just go in and make the change on the page, hit save, and then it's good to go because you've always got the revision history. If you fuck it up, then it's fine. But when you want to do major structural pages to a change, major changes to a page, like maybe you've got a pricing page and we're going to do a new version of the pricing page and it's going to be different. Or we're going to do a new home page and we're going to change a bunch of elements. Or there's a major revision that needs to happen. We should be drafting and getting feedback on that page over time. And then we should have a process where we put it into selection. Now, what I would like to do is, if you see here, I've created this testing/building top parent page. What I would like to do is basically have that as the parent for anything we're building. So there's a bunch of different drafts and stuff that are here. As an example, we want to update the up level page. So I would go to up level and find the existing page. And then I would go, okay, let's make this what do I want to do? I want to go when you go new draft through here, it'll clone it into a new draft. The clone button will just make a copy, clone and new draft just in one step. It clones it and then it opens the page. So we would go new draft here, which effectively clones it. Waiting. It's running very slow. We're going to work on the hosting this season. But yes, you'll just be the editor. So I might have to bump you up to admin on that one. Are there any particular restrictions that causes for you at the moment? Okay, cool. The page has loaded. If we hit publish on this page, it would call it the same thing, project up level. But then what it does is it'll put a number 2 behind it because it's the same as an existing page. So if you ever see a page with a number 2, it means that someone cloned it and then saved it in the same place. I'm going to do that to show you what it looks like just as an example. Waiting. My God, this is in the WordPress. Shit. I don't know why I can't see the sidebar there, but this is in the WordPress editor. So it's in the admin. This is in the admin panel. Oh, Cloudways. It's on Google Cloud, but it uses an app called Cloudways. So you see there, it put the number 2 slug there. So I'm gonna remove that because we're gonna keep the URL. But when we put it under, if we go to parent and where's page attributes? There we go, parent. Okay, cool. So we're gonna make parent testing building, and then we're gonna hit update, and it's gonna save it. Basically, what this means is you can publish the page and save the page. Now, I probably wouldn't make it public. I would just make it a private page because then only us admins can see it. But you can definitely publish it. If you leave pages just in draft, you can't always see exactly how they're going to perform when they look public. So you can switch it to private. Yep. And that's going to publish it, but it'll be private. And then if we have a look at the URL, you'll see it's still project up level, but it's itgenius.com/test/project up level. So I can go there, I can see the page. And then from here, once it loads, oh boy, that's running very slow. We really need to work on that. We need to optimize the database. When it loads, you'll see the page that you're used to. You can make all the changes you need on this page. And you can also use, obviously, the familiar on-page editor with Divi. Cool. Now, when we go to the go live, here we go. Cool. So that's ready to be edited and worked on. Now, when we're ready to do the go live, what we would do is we would take the old page and we would call it project-uplevel-archive or something like that. Or maybe we would even move it I might even create a section called archives, and you would make the parent page archive. So it would move the old page into the archives. And then this one, we would take away this parent and put it back wherever it needs to be in the particular menu or in the site structure. And then we would leave the URL as the main URL. And what that will do is it will preserve the URL. We're swapping out the old page for the new page, and we're keeping a copy of the old page just in case something's broken and we need to go back to it, or we want to refer to it. Because if that's a page we've put a lot of effort into, unfortunately, the WordPress backups and revision history is not really easy to get stuff from sometimes. So it's easier to archive pages manually, and then maybe after a year or 3 months, okay, if we definitely don't need that old page anymore, then we would send it to trash and delete it. But that's basically the setup, the build phase, and then the go live phase. And that is going to avoid the issue that we have at the moment, where we have a whole bunch of pages and some of them are drafts and some of them are half being built. You can see there's a bunch of, don't delete this, someone's testing things. All of that just needs to live under this testing area here. And then all of the other pages will be considered live and in production, and they should not be changed or tweaked or edited while they're live in production. Any questions? Why are there sub pages created with videos? Oh, sure. That was specifically for the training, because we wanted to have individual pages for each section of the course. That is just specifically for training. For all the other areas of the website, we wouldn't normally do that. For example, if we have a blog post and it's got 3 videos in the blog post, we would just embed them inline in the blog post. That's only in the very specific case of a training course and us wanting to see how far people progress through the training course. A great question. Correct. So ideally, when you're building a new course, the whole tree would be under training. So it would be under testing. So you'd have testing, you'd have the testing course page, you'd have all the sub pages. You actually only need to move the course page under the new parent, and all the others have the parent of the course page. So you can move a whole tree of pages if you need to do that. Yay.